I'm Chetan. I'm going to show you guys a platform. So Unity is a game engine where you can create physical simulations, and it's a game physics and graphics engine. So you can create a physics simulation of some kind of simulation in a virtual environment. And what I'll show you today is an API into Unity that allows you to get your data coming out of Unity and into NuPIC. So you can do anomaly detection on virtual environments that you've created. So here's this demo is mostly about how to get, it's a demo of getting the data out of Unity and into NuPIC, and then getting anomalies out of NuPIC and into Unity. So I haven't finely tuned the anomaly detection model, really. So that's just a caveat, but the actual data coming in and out works. So the way it works is there's so you can have a NuPIC running in Python, and you can stream data out of Unity into a Python server, which NuPIC reads from, and then it sends it back out into Unity. So you run this Python client, which is NuPIC, which is a NuPIC model that can get data in and return anomaly scores. And then here's a simulation. Here's a car driving around, and what it'll do is it's going to send its global position, like a GPS position, in this virtual world, and using the geospatial encoder, do anomaly detection on its GPS coordinates over time. So I'll hit play here. Can't really lower the volume. So as you drive around here, so I'm controlling it right now, I'm driving the car, and you see that the trace it leaves behind is red. So it's since this is not learned yet, it's a new pattern, everything is anomalous. And as I make this loop a couple times, you should start you'll see some greens. That's NuPIC making better predictions as it learns the patterns, and the anomaly scores are going down. If I do this a couple times, eventually everything becomes pretty much green. And even though all the positions are like slightly different, I'm not ever going to exactly the same position each time, NuPIC is able to do sort of generalize on that position using the geospatial encoder, and sort of learn these patterns. And if I now if I do something funky, so it's all green now. It's learned the path pretty well. And if I just drive away somewhere else, it becomes red, and it's detecting that that's anomalous behavior. And if I okay, let me crash there. So now if I go back onto the path, so NuPIC recognizes it, and it's not anomalous anymore. And I can even drive sort of the opposite direction, and since it's a temporal sequence, it's detecting that as parts of that as anomalous. So anyway, so that's the anomaly detection. So basically, this GPS, there's like a sensor on this car. This GPS sensor that is sending its data to this Python proxy server, and NuPIC is basically making requests, HTTP requests to that proxy server to get the GPS coordinates, feeds it into a model, returns the anomaly score to the proxy server, which sends it to Unity. So there's a plugin here at this GitHub repository, and there's instructions on how. You can get. You just import Unity plugin, and then you just insert lines of code into your Unity application to send data to NuPIC and read data out of NuPIC. And then you just run the proxy server, and you can get the data in and out of NuPIC. So here's the API with the package, Unity package you can import, and then all this code, the code for this demo I just showed you is here at this GitHub repo, and you can use that as a starting point for if you want to do a hack using Unity, because it has a Unity NuPIC model running in there. So yeah, that's available there on GitHub. Yes.
Learn multiple patterns.
Say
Say you go separate patterns, and start to like forget the old patterns?
Yeah, so that's the question about the geospatial anomaly demo. And so the question is, can it learn multiple patterns or multiple like routes? And yes, it can. So you can I could have driven around horizontally instead of this vertical loop, and it can recognize that as a pattern that it sees. Anything outside of those two would be anomalous. So it can definitely learn multiple patterns. And there's more. I mean, if you have more questions, we did a geospatial anomaly detection demo previously. That's also the code for that is also online. I think on under the Numenta umbrella in GitHub. So you can check that out as well.
Is the unlearning process as quick as the learning process?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Is the unlearning process as quick? Do you ever unlearn patterns?
We have a capacity limit, but it's a very in the temporal memory, but it's very high, and so it's not really going to forget old stuff that easily. It does, it filters out the signal from the noise, so that's why it takes some time to learn a sequence. You have to do it multiple times, so it can find the consistencies in the pattern. But to forget things that it has strongly learned takes a lot more time than it takes to learn it in the first place, which is what you want. Any other questions? Yes.
Can you do multiple cars?
Multiple cars.
In your demo. I know it's hard to control two cars.
Right. So you could, I didn't, but you could have multiple ones. And the interface for this Unity API project is just, it doesn't really care what the inputs and outputs are. You can define them in your Unity project. So you can have multiple coordinates coming off of multiple cars going into NuPIC or into the Python side, and then you can have multiple NuPIC models doing anomaly detection on each one of those coordinates. So you could set that up. There's no problem with that. Yes. Any other questions? Okay, cool. So this code is here, and feel free to use it if you're interested in making a hack with Unity.
I just posted it up here too.
Great. Thank you.
So,
that was quick.
Yeah. Give me a minute to set to Mike Austin, and he's going to talk about Project Tango. Thanks, Chetan.